Hey.
Hey, you mind taking me over to Naya's shop? It's just outside Diamond City. I think my gun needs a tune-up.
Need a tutor? Someone to help you get your head straight? Then look no further. I am your guide. Hey there, name's Naya. If you want some advice, some gear, or just someone to talk to, I'm your girl. Just 5 caps per session. There's a special too on my personal survival guide. It's got everything you need to make it out here in the Commonwealth.
Not today.
Good luck out there.
Excuse me.
Hey, Bird.
I
What's
need
the
you
word?
to fix my sights, Naya. A super mutant punched it and now it's off 3 millimeters to the left.
I was gonna say, you better not be blaming me for that mess. Everything I make is quality.
I would never do that, Naya. Mostly because you scare me.
Aw, thank you for the compliment. Now, let's see. I don't see anything wrong with your gun. Sure it isn't just you?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, don't I know it. But by the looks of you, this won't be an easy fix. The way I see it, it's gotta be a team effort. We need to help this boy, lest his life story end up a coloring book.
Life story? What do you mean?
It's like this. Everyone's got a life story. Some are filled with words, some are filled with pictures. Grown folks like you and me, we're a long, complicated novel full of big words and fancy metaphors. And Birdie, he's a book you give to kids who eat their crayons.
I'm standing right here, you know.
So, what did you have in mind? I'm gonna need some more in the way of details.
Don't worry, it's not all that complicated. We need a simple plan for a simple mind. After all, there's no saving that brain anyway. It doesn't matter how many math books you give him, 2 plus 2 will always equal dog. But his emotional IQ is another matter entirely. I know he's a little young for this, but I got an idea. Why don't you take him over to the old Washington retirement home? They've got some real good stress-relieving programs that'll get his head straight and his heart right. And maybe yours too. Here, I'll mark it on your map. And don't forget to tell him Naya sent you.
So you aren't gonna fix my gun?
Birdie, honey, your gun ain't broken. But that doesn't mean I can't add a few nicks and knacks to it. Why don't you leave the rifle with me and let our friend here handle the rest?
Okay.
You head on over to that retirement home and get our boy fixed. They practice alternative healing there, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Healing's healing. It doesn't matter if it's from a pill or a prophet.
No, not interested.
Good luck out there.
Welcome.
I'm checking in. My family filled out the paperwork earlier.
You must be Madison and Billy Wong, ages 35 and 7. Diagnosis: life-threatening touch deprivation.
Yeah?
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Huh? Yeah? Yes?
Hey. Yes?
Yes?
Frog will wait for robot friend. Robot friend does not break like me.
Find a partner and commence therapy. Have a good day.
Oh God, do they really want us to touch these complete strangers? What about the germs? The disease! Shouldn't we put on radiation suits first?
Let's just get this over with.
Yeah, most medicine tastes bad going down. I guess this is no different. You just gotta pinch your nose and swallow. Okay. Here goes.
Don't worry about him. He'll get used to it. The important thing is, he's on the path to recovery. Pardon me, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Samuel A. Washington. I founded this center, and many like it all across America. Unfortunately, that may soon come to an end.
Yeah? Why is that?
Well, it's all on account of my opponent in the upcoming election, Mr. Thomas Kennedy. He's planning to raise taxes, you see, by refusing to eliminate all of them. With the added financial burden, I can no longer fund this fine establishment. Of course, a lot more is at stake than just this center. Whether it's the legislative war in Congress or the war with the Red Menace, victory can only be achieved with firm leadership and a firmer handshake. I, Samuel A. Washington, am the only candidate who fits that bill.
Don't you realize that the Great War is over?
You've been listening to Mr. Kennedy's stump speeches. I assure you, he doesn't have a clue. That's why he's so adamant about weakening our borders and raising your taxes. No, I'm afraid the war is just beginning, and only with your vote can we put an end to it.
You're wasting your time, Mr. Washington. You're talking to an immigrant, and immigrants are my base, not yours. Not that you know the difference, seeing as you've got one eye and half a brain.
Mr. Kennedy, if you continue to insult my intelligence, I will have no choice but to challenge you to a duel.
You can't kill me, Mr. Washington. You know damn well capital punishment has been outlawed in this state, thanks to establishment cowards like you. But when I'm president, not only will I enforce the right to murder, I'll have the Supreme Court hang you to commemorate the event.
Not likely, Mr. Kennedy. You'll be on trial for war crimes for selling that poison you call ice cream.
How dare you, Mr. Washington? You can insult me, my wife, and even my children. But I will not stand here and tolerate attacks against my rocky road.
I will do whatever I want. And when I'm president, I'll have the authority to.
Over my dead body, Mr. Washington.
That can be arranged, Mr. Kennedy.
I won't take your bait. Not when I'm ahead in the polls.
Ha! You're a fool. The polls at the Bugle and the Post both say Washington by 7 points.
Please, newspapers are as unreliable and inconsistent as your voting record. Did you and your friends at the paper even consider the possibility of a third-party candidate siphoning your votes away?
What? Who?
Why, this gentleman right here. In fact, the person you've been hobnobbing with is none other than his running mate.
Ha! If this is your knight in shining armor, Mr. Kennedy, then your campaign is truly in shambles.
We shall see, Mr. Washington. We shall see.
Yes?
What's going on? Am I really running for president? I don't remember doing it. Either way, I don't think I'd stand a chance against an incumbent like President What's-His-Face.
Sounds fun. Let's do it.
Is this what fun feels like? I guess my stomach does feel kind of funny. I always thought that meant something else. To be honest, I don't think I'll get many votes, or any votes, but if you think it's a good idea, I'll do my best.
Yes?
America is a country founded on strong family values. If the rumors of Mr. Kennedy's philandering are true, there's no telling what the consequences will be.
Yes? Yeah? Huh? Yes?
Frog tried to hug Dog once. Almost broke its back. Frog must learn to make less hug. Frog's best friend was killed by raiders. Frog fought for human who stopped them.
Washington may have experience, but that just means he has more skeletons in his closet. In fact, I'd be willing to bet he has at least 2 or 3 former political advisors stashed away in his closet right now.
Nice.
I used to just blow safes up. Your way is much better.
Boston is a terrible name. When I'm president, it'll be known as Abraxo City, the cleanest town in the state of General Atomics. Your man doesn't stand a chance in this election. I've got an army of fact-checkers, propagandists, and grassroots organizers at my disposal. What does he have? You? Don't make me laugh. What this country needs is more corporate sponsorship. In fact, when I'm president, I'll be selling the naming rights to every state in the Union.
Huh?
Did you know that Kennedy translates to Hitler in German? It surprised me too. But then I heard his speech on foreign policy, and it all started to make sense. We're going to finish this election. I don't care if it takes 1,000 years and 100 nuclear wars. You like sports, don't you? If you vote for me, I guarantee 4 World Series titles and a Super Bowl for Boston during my term.
Huh?
I hate my life. And you know whose fault that is? The government.
Excuse me.
Kennedy is the candidate of change. He's gonna rid the government of the Washington elites. Elites like Mr. Washington. Things are terrible in the Commonwealth. We need new leadership. Someone who isn't afraid to tell it like it is.
One of the maids here, she put the toilet paper on backwards. You know who does that? A synth.
Hey there.
How's it going? Some people think you can spot a synth by looking in their eyes. Now that's wrong. It's not in their eyes. It's in their belly button. Synths don't have one.
Hey.
Washington keeps saying how great everything is. Life is great. America's great. Sugar bombs are great. You know what I say? Life sucks. America blows. And sugar bombs will give you cavities.
So, you want my vote, huh? Well, there's 2 things you should know. Yeah, I'm looking for something other than what these bozos are offering. But I also believe that going with a third party is throwing my vote away. Plain and simple.
You know you're completely nuts, right?
Listen, pal, my ancestors died for the right to vote. I don't care if we're voting for the President of the United States or the manager of a goddamn Slocum's Joe. You give me a vote, you bet your ass I'm taking it seriously. And that means not wasting it on a third-party candidate.
What are you looking for?
For starters, better meds, softer beds, and more attractive nurses. Other than that, well, I'll have to get back to you. I'm still working on a complete list. Either way, I doubt your boy is running on that platform.
No argument from me.
Good. To be honest, I don't like either candidate, but at least I know them. Your friend is a complete stranger to me. Where are his commercials, his slogans, his bumper sticker? I can't vote for a man who doesn't have his own bumper sticker. It's downright un-American.
Sounds like we need more exposure. You think Piper might be able to help? She runs a newspaper, after all.
What is it?
Just curious what you're thinking.
Piper! Cute girl. Not that I, have a chance.
Nothing else for now.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to get too close.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Hey, Piper. Sorry to interrupt, but we need your help. Normally, we wouldn't bother you, but you're the only person I know with a newspaper.
So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
Yeah, I sort of got tangled up in this popularity contest. Problem is, nobody knows me. I was wondering if you could do an interview. Maybe get the word out that I exist.
So, I get the exclusive, right?
Well, it's either you or your kid sister. You kind of get the exclusive by default.
Fair enough. Let's get down to business. Okay, question for you. What's life like out here these days, given all the maneuverings and conflicts among the forces in the Commonwealth?
I don't know. I guess I should try to make it sound like things are bad, so I look good. What do you think I should say? What's life like these days?
It's awful.
Yeah, that's why you should vote for me, because I can make it less awful. Yeah, I'm going with that.
The guardian of the downtrodden, huh?
I don't know what that means. But yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Tell me, are you worried about the possible infiltration of Diamond City's ruling elite by synths?
Oh boy, the synth question. I knew this was coming. Didn't prepare for it though. Hey, I forgot, are we for or against synths?
I hate synths. I enjoy killing them.
Ooh, that's good! People hate synths, so that should get us a ton of votes. Yeah, Piper, I hate synths. One time a synth tried to shake my hand, so that's why I plan on banning handshakes, because it's something a synth would do.
I see. Clearly you've thought this all the way through.
Not really, but yeah, we should probably move on.
It's been suggested that Bunker Hill's policy of paying local raiders is short-sighted, leading to, at best, just better armed raiders. Your thoughts?
What's our opinion on raiders?
Bastards. All of them.
Wow, raiders are born out of wedlock? No wonder they're so evil. So, Piper, I guess what I'm saying is I'm for marriage before having children.
Got it. So, how hopeful are you for the future of the Commonwealth?
Don't worry, I got this one. I'm very hopeful.
Oh, well, thanks, I guess.
You're welcome. Oh, and one more thing. Can you include these bits too? Turns out Washington is a murderer. Also, Kennedy cheats on his wife. I think it might help sway more votes.
Sure. Definitely a story here.
Well, we're famous now. Or at least we will be when Piper's story goes to print. I guess all that's left now is to check back in and see how the vote goes.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Attention, all residents voting on Measure B. Wednesday night bingo is now closed. Voting on Measure C. President of the United States will now begin. Any final words from the candidates?
Vote Washington! I'm the only candidate qualified to secure our border, eliminate taxes, and put an end to the designated hitter.
Ha! That just shows how old and outdated you are. Americans want home runs, tax loopholes, and Russian mail-order brides. Only I, Thomas Kennedy, can fulfill those promises.
And what of our third-party candidate? Any words.
I'd just like to say, I know I'm new here, but if you'll make me your president, it'd be pretty cool. Thanks.
Thank you. Please submit your vote.
Hey,
Processing. Ballot. Ballot counted. The winner of the 2292 election is Bertrand Birdie. What cannot be?
You traitorous fools! You've doomed America!
This is an outrage. I demand a recount. In fact, all of America demands a recount.
Recounting ballots. Results confirmed. Congratulations, Mr. President. Your term will begin in approximately 3 years. Please report to the White House for swearing in. Thank you.
hey,
Hey, I heard you're the new VP. You mind telling the commander-in-chief
Yes?
we need new beds?
I can believe it. They like me. They really, really like me. Which means they're gonna be super disappointed when I break all my campaign promises. But it's still pretty surprising that they like me now. Enough to vote for me anyway. I would have never guessed.
come on. Don't sell yourself short.
Oh man, we were supposed to sell ourselves? I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of lifestyle. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't really need strangers to like me anymore. Because I've got the best stranger in the world by my side. And that's enough. Thanks for helping me realize that.
Hi.
Hey
how
there.
are you?
I
Yes?
really like what
Feed it,
your
kill
guy
him.
said about needing change in the Commonwealth. That's why I voted for him. I hope he
Yeah?
comes through on that promise.
Hey there, pal.
Yes?
Hi.
People say I killed my cousin. But the truth is, my cousin killed himself.
Huh?
Because he's a synth. Some people think you can spot a synth by looking in their eyes. Now that's wrong. It's not in their eyes. It's in their belly button. Synths don't have one.
Vote for Frog in next election. Frog tried to hug Doc once. Almost broke his back. Frog must learn to make less hard.
Hi.
Yeah?
Huh?
I voted for your guy. Didn't agree with everything he said, but I wasn't gonna waste my vote on one of those other clowns.
Excuse me.
Huh?
Hey.
Do I look pale? I feel pale.
Yes?
Hey there.
Your man knows how to work the press, I'll give him that.
I don't know what kind of tabloid public occurrence this is, but everything it says about me is a lie. I've been faithful to both my wife and my mistress for the last 20 years. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure your friend is a one-term president. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure your friend is a one-term president.
I see dark days ahead for America. Dark day. Whoever wrote that story in the paper is going to hear from my lawyer. I'll have you know those skeletons were there when I moved in.
I don't know what kind of tabloid public occurrence this is.
Yes?
So, you're back. Hope everything went according to plan.
Sort of. I did make some new friends, but I learned that the ones I have were good enough.
See? I told you I'd set you straight. Glad it worked out. In any case, here, your gun. New and improved.
What's new about it?
I can't tell you that. It's a trade secret.
I don't know. Looks like the only thing you've added to it are germs. I think I'll pass.
Alright, if that's how you feel, I won't argue. How about you? I'm sure you appreciate a good rifle. Consider it on the house for helping out our friend.
Hi.
One of the maids here, she put the toilet paper on backwards. You know who does that?
Yes. How are you?
A synth. How you doing?
Got
Heard you
some real
ticket
good
won.
advice today. If you're
Congratulations.
interested.
Wasn't sure I was gonna vote for you, but the anti-synth speech your man gave in the paper moved me.